Yeah.
You can write it as a topic, Addie in charge. Remember that that's the title of the story. That is the name of the story. Now, who can tell me so far what is the story about? The first pages that we read last week.
Of Addie and her little brother.
And her little brother.
Story about for I think it a como que se estaba quemando the house.
There was a fire on the
Yes.
prayer.
Yes.
That's right. What is the name of Addie's little brother? What is the name? Lord, that's right. And the oldest brothers? Do you remember the name of the oldest brother?
I think
George. George. And the youngest one is Bort. That's right. Now, remember there was a fire. There was a fire in the pretty, so Addie, it's in charge. That is what's the title of Addie in charge, because she is in charge of her little brother Bart. How can you describe Addie? How can you describe her?
Soy trabajadora.
She's a hardworking, yes, hardworking. She's strong because of all the things that she is doing, right? Okay, now we're going to continue with the reading. We're going to continue with the reading of Addie in charge. We're going to continue page 118. 118, that is the page number of the story. Let me put it here bigger. Okay. So we can continue with the reading because
What page me?
118. We already read that.
I am in the page.
118. That is the page number. Okay, excellent. If you're in that page. Okay, Gabriela, you're going to be the first one. Everybody's going to read. So follow the reading because after I'm going to mention another person and must be following the reading.
She ran outside with Bert on her back and Lillian in her pocket. The wall of fire was closer. She could see tufts of grass blowing into flames. With each explosion in the sky filled with more and more billows of black smoke, the roar was defending like a terrible rolling summer thunderstorm. I promised to watch her turn and keep it safe. She told Bert, placing him on the ground near the well. I can let the fancy's house burn. She lowered Bucket into the water, soaking the softly walls as best she could. But even as she desperately touched water, more pieces of burning grass landed on the roof, saving the solid seemed hopeless. Addie pulled the ladder away from the house and threw it on the ground, just as it was about to catch fire too. She will never be able to keep the house from burning all by herself.
Thank you so much. Continue with the reading, Camila.
Yes, miss.
Continue with the reading. You are muted, Camila, your microphone.
Addie was excited, but she kept hauling bucket after bucket of the well as best she could. She could not think her arms kept working as if she had no control over them. As she put up one more bucket, she saw her reflection in the water, illuminated by the fire's glow. She and Bert
had only a few minutes before the sea of flames would engulf them. Where could that she find a place to hide from those awful devouring explosions? Were there nothing to burn? Ari whispered. Suddenly she knew that what to do. She she dragged the ladder to the well that the way she had done to save her dog. Eleanor, she put it down inside. Bart was crying hysterically, crouched on the ground with his hands over his ears to stop the horrible noise.
Thank you so much, Camila. One question, who is Eleanor, class? Who is Eleanor?
Peluche. The doll.
It's a doll, it's another doll. What is the name of the other doll that did you remember?
Dolly.
Doll, Eleanor. What is the previous one? Ruby?
Ruby.
Lillian, that's right. That is another name of that doll. Remember, Eleanor and Ruby Lillian are dolls. Now, it says that they are trying to escape from the fire and they're going to hide. So Addie and Bort had only a few minutes to hide themselves. Where do you think that they're going to hide? In which place?
Inside the house? No.
In the well. Do you know what is the well? You know what is a well? They're trying to escape to the well.
The well is
It's fine, yes, but well, it's not fine. In this case, well, that definition is fine, yes. But we have another definition for well. It's pozo. Do you know what is a pozo? Pozo is in Spanish.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's pozo also. Pozo in Spanish, pozo is well. So you know now the well is not just it's to be fine. It's also a pozo. So now, yes, they are. Look here in the picture. In the next page, we have them. They are in the well. They are. If you see it in the stairs, they are downstairs.
Volcano.
Well.
Volcano,
Okay,
volcano,
Santiago Hernandez. You're going to continue with the reading, Santiago Hernandez.
Miss.
Tell me.
Where are we going to read, Khaled?
Yes, Khaled. Following the reading. You should be with your book following the reading. Now, it's the turn of Santiago Hernandez.
Okay.
Come on, Bort.
We have to worry came on my back. Abby shouted. No, Bert, but you have to Abby commanded. She
Knelt.
knelt beside her mother.
Reluctantly.
He gave around her shoulder, cried harder than ever. Still kneeling on the ground, Addie used one foot to carefully fall for the ladder's higher run is slowly she lowered herself balancing board with great effort down into the water. She went a step over a step. Now they were below ground level. It was pitch black, and the waterfalls come around Addie cleans as she rushed the boat on. Run, don't let go, bird. Don't go, she told her brother. Won't buried his face into the back of her neck so that her necklace dug deep into her skin.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Santiago Hernandez. Who wants to tell me what's happening in this page? Page 19, sorry. What is happening here, this page? What did you understand?
Que se metieron adentro para...
They come
English.
into
Try in
the
English, Marcelo.
They come inside to the wall to be, I don't know how to say.
To be safe from the fire? Or
Yeah.
for what? Yes, for be safe. For
Para
the...
salvarse.
Mhm. Yes, and look here, Addie is a strong girl. She's carrying board. She's carrying board. She's going downstairs of the ladder and with the brother in the back. Now let's continue. Let's continue next page that we have. Page number 120. Okay, yes, it's here. Continue with the reading, Colette, please.
Can I be the next one?
Yes, Nancy, yeah.
The terrible roar of the fire grew louder. Andy wanted to crow both her ears, but she could not let go. She had to hold on tight to the lander while staying as still as impossible. Any minute the fire will by ready over then. What will happen then? Will they melt? She remained motionless. She remained motionless. Even has several stones and a handful of dirty can loose from the wall and tumble into the water. Was the well to going to cave in on them?
Now, thank you. Continue, Sian. Let's see, Sian. Thank you, Colette.
You're welcome.
Now, let's follow the reading. Now the noise.
Now the noise was deafening kinds of burning grass, even as they fell into the well water, just missing the children. Cinders smiled, and his eyes, how long until the fire came? And it was enough just as the flames roared over the mouth of the well. Eddie held her breath and closed her eyes. For one brief, horrible moment, she was certain her will catch fire. The hot white light charged overhead with a howling 10 times worse than the slow locomotive Eddie had ever heard, but as quickly as the flames appeared, they were gone.
Excellent. Thank you. Continue, Anna. Anna, continue with the reading.
Okay. Wait. Wait.
A gas. Page 120.
Follow the reading. Follow the reading, Anna. We're in page, Sian, in which page we are, Sian?
Page 120.
And we are in this part. I'll mute your microphone, Anna. We cannot listen to you. Your microphone is off.
More cinder.
A gust of wind blew more cinders and smoke into the room, and the children began crowding around the edge of the well where Mr. Fancy had laid bricks. Addie could see a few small flames sputter and go out as the last passed. See a few small flames into the last piece of dry grass was consumed. Bert, are you all right? He asked in a hoarse whisper. Mama, his voice shook in the well. He clung to Addie even more tight. Her legs shook in the cold water. A terrible green shot up and down her back where her brother dug in with his.
His knees. Okay, stop here. Thank you, Anna. What's happening here, class? What do you understand that it's happening in this part?
No puede ser salvo. Por tanto, hacer las cosas que os he dicho que
Van a partieron
que
your house.
Señor y de
Do you think that they are outside the well? They are going to be in the house or not? They are in the well. They are still in the well. And what's happening with the children?
Children beg and hungry.
Yes, why? Because remember there is a fire. Even though they try to escape from the fire in the well, they are still having smoke into the well, it says. Cinders and smoke into the well. So the children began cold. So they are not feeling good. Imagine that you're in the fire, you're not going to feel good because you're not going to breathe easily. So let's continue with the next part. Continue with the reading, Fernando. Fernando is not here. Joshua, continue with the reading.
Knees.
Mm-hmm.
But still she did not move or change position. She felt as if she were frozen, clinging to the ladder for dear life. Nearly half an hour passed. There was no more word to be heard, even in the distance, and the air seemed filled with an almost eerie silence. Addie whispered again, "Bert, are you all right? I'm going to climb back up now. Don't touch the walls. Don't touch anything. Just hold on tight to me." Addie climbed up one step, then another. She stopped, whimpering and coughing. The top of the well seemed almost further than Addie could manage. She was exhausted. Bert felt heavier by the minute, even though he weighed only a bit more than 25 pounds. If only Pa would come now and lift them both out. If only he would save them. Addie, Bert cried, his voice echoing. Out, out, echoing. Out, out. Hush, Bert. Addie hit a small section of the well wall, crumbled and collapsed above them, sending dirt all over their faces and hair.
Thank you, thank you. Let's finish this. Thank you, Joshua. Excellent. Let's finish with this. Kiara, you're going to help me to read the last part.
Muy bien, gracias.
One's going to say them. The only way they could get out was if she cleaned it herself. With bird on her back somehow, she'd just have to trust that she could make it all night. It's up to the top. Hold on, but we're almost there, she said, her voice cracking. Only 4 more steps. Sorry, Addie's her a family voice. Addie, Addie, where are you? Something calling. Desperate. It was George.
Thank you so much. So what's happening at the end of this, Fast? On the well, what's happening to the Addie and Bert?
Suddenly, Addie heard a family voice.
Yeah, she listened to someone, but why? Who is going to rescue? Who's going to rescue Addie and Bert?
Of your sister, I think.
My sister?
No. My brother George.
Her brother George, that's right. George is the name of the oldest brother, remember. So he's going to rescue Addie and Bert. Excellent. Now let's write it down. I tell you that at the end, we're going to copy some question and answers. So let's write it down to see what was happening in this story.
I have a question.
Tell me, what's your question?
No, it's a comment. I don't finish the story. Don't finish the story, miss.
No, we're going to finish tomorrow the story, the last pages that we're missing. For today, we're going to stop in page 121. Tomorrow, we continue with the next pages. Now, let's write it down these comprehension questions about the story. By this moment, we have question number 1. When the fire comes, what makes the children cold? Who can tell me what makes these children cold?
Se metía al...
Marcelo in English.
To into the well where
Mm-hmm.
It's in the pool.
to save the little brother.
Okay. Well, remember that they were in the well. Yes, excellent, Marcelo. They were in the well. So when they were in the well, the forest comes and make the children cold because of the smoke blows into the well. They were in the well. Thank you, Marcelo. Now, what about question number 2? It says, why did Addie wait so long before climbing out of the well? Why she stayed in the well? In the well, they still feeling the smoke that there is going inside. But why Addie didn't get out of the well with Bert? Why they stayed in the well? Why do you think?
Toxic.
No? Again, going to have it with the answer of this. If there is a fire, you are not going to say, oh, okay, I'm going to get out of this because I'm going to save myself. You are going to be waiting until you realize or you think that the fire has gone. So that's why Addie still in the well, because the fire was large and dangerous. She stays in the well long time to be sure the fire is really gone. She wants to stay safe with Bert, so she wants to be sure the fire is gone before climbing out of the well. So that's why they are still in the well.
When the fire comes, when the fire comes.
Okay, number 3. Number 3 says, why it's so hard for Addie to climb out of the well? Why it's so difficult for them? That was at the end of the page that we were reading. Why it's difficult for them to climb out of the well? No?
Because Addie has a little brother.
Mhm. Yes, remember, that's right. That's the answer. You say it in other words, Gabriela. Excellent. Remember, she's tired. She has to have Bort in the back. So she's tired and Bort is hanging on her back. She has to take care of Bart, not just by herself. She needs to take care of the little brother Bart. Excellent. So let's copy this in the notebook. I'm going to take the attendance while you write it down. So say present if you are connected. Ana, Andrea, and Camila.
Present.
Andrea? It's not Andrea connected. Gabriela, Isabela, Kiara.
Present.
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 Excellent. Lucia, Mia, and Rebecca.
Present. Present.
Mia. Mia Valentina. Thank you, Rebecca. Mia Valentina. No Mia. Rosa, Valerie, and Sian.
Present.
Valerie. Valerie Mingivar. No. It's not here. Alberto, Dani, and Fernando.
Present. Present.
Dani. Now Dani connected. Hermes, Joshua, and Caleb.
Present.
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 Marcelo, Santiago Hernandez, and Santiago Chavez.
Present.
Okay, thank you.
Present.
Excellent. Okay, remember that in reading you don't have question, you don't have homework. So if you finish the end, do you finish? You have any question? If you finish, you can disconnect. Just show me your notebook.
I have a question for you.
Okay, tell me.
Please look in my notebook. Look, I am Rebecca.
¿Dónde está este mano?
What happens if you are in a place that you have a lot of fire? What would you gonna do?
So first check if you have any place where you can hide yourself, or if you wanna go to another place. You need to check to
Miss.
stay alive, to stay safe from that place.
Miss.
To go.
I'm
out of
gonna
that
be
place.
like, I want to die. But
You want to
I'm
die
gonna
in the
say,
fire?
but I'm
Miss.
gonna say, wait, I have more life that I can live. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Miss.
yeah.
Who is playing piano?
Please look
in my
notebook.
Rebecca is the one. Thank you, Rebecca. You can disconnect. Camila, the same for you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Tomorrow.
Go and have lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Yes, it was Rebecca, the one that has the piano.